Hi, I'm Diana DaGrosa from Bright Path Wellness here in Scottsdale, Arizona. In practice, we combine both Chinese medicine, the way we see the organ systems, and functional medicine coupled with clinical nutrition. This way, we can thoroughly assess patients' needs and come up with very interesting, effective protocols for each patient. Working with digestion is one of the main things that we do. It is hugely main complaint across the nation. Tons and tons and tons of people have digestive issues. So with digestive issues, what are we talking about? We're talking about gas or bloating, burping, constipation, diarrhea, these kinds of things. And it's something that when I hear that, especially when I hear, oh gosh, anytime I have fatty food, I'm in terrible pain, or I'm just burping like crazy and it's embarrassing. This is a sign that we need to free up the liver and the gallbladder. So if you think of it this way, the bile is something that is secreted from the liver, and the gallbladder holds the extra bile. But bile is needed for the emulsification of fats. So when we eat something that is a fatty food, we need to have the bile thin enough so that it's literally secreted into the small intestine when the fat comes in there, so that we can emulsify the fats so that they can be broken down and utilized, so that they can manufacture vitamin A, so that we have wonderful, healthy eyes, healthy skin, healthy hair, good immune system. But what do we often see? Even in mature individuals, we see acne. What else do we see? People constantly complaining of not just digestive complaints, but oh my gosh, my heels are cracked. This is a sign that they're not able to utilize their fatty acids properly. Another very popular thing that we see these days are people putting fats like butter or coconut oil in their coffee. And it's something that we actually have patients do for many, many years now in practice. However, when I hear a person say, oh my gosh, that absolutely doubled me over with pain, that's also telling me, you need to free up the liver gallbladder. And by the way, it's something that we do with every single person that comes through our office, because if we're encouraging good fats but don't know if that liver and the bile is nice and thin, then you're going to actually have some challenges. You could put more weight on your back because you're not being able to emulsify that fat. So we want to set you up for success. And in doing so, thinking about what the bile does, yes, emulsification of fats, but it also does what? Creates peristalsis, the movement of the contents in the intestines. So often, when there is a problem south, say patients saying constipation or even diarrhea, we look north. So in looking at the flow of the liver and the gallbladder and the flow of the bile, this is something that we really need to assess. Think also this way: bile is a route upon which excess hormone metabolites will lead. Metabolites from what? Well, excess estrogens endogenously, our own production, but also xenohormones. So anytime you squeeze that water bottle, you're putting those xenohormones in the water that you're drinking. Oh, I just went for a walk in my neighborhood and the neighbor had just sprayed his lawn with pesticides. Well, your liver has to process that, and it has to get out the excess after it metabolizes that through the bile. And if your bile is, again, thick and gunky and not thin enough, you're going to have a backup and you're going to have some problems, which then can also lead again to the constipation, to the burping, to basically a dysfunctioning liver gallbladder system. So in working with this in our practice, we use both food therapy and we use specific nutrients to help with that. So stay tuned for the second part of this, so that we'll teach you what you can do to address all of these common complaints of, again, constipation, diarrhea, burping, inability to break down and utilize your fats when you eat them, and cracked heels and acne in even mature people. So thanks for listening today, and remember, we're wishing you light on your bright path.